Well, it's basically me and Mick met together, and we thought we'd just form a group together. And from then on, we just sort of like tried various people. It didn't work out with some. We kicked them out, and eventually we found Joe, who's in the 101ers, and told him to leave, and he did. Joined us, and eventually we got hold of Topper.
Yeah. You had to go through something like 200 auditions. How is it that Topper, you know, you got your sort of place in the band?
Well, most of the drummers, right, they were so sort of like, number one, they found, when they got down to the studio and found out we're a punk rock group, a lot of them left and didn't bother. But as for the other 200, they sort of like were so stuck in their Billy Cobham ways and all that, they couldn't do anything. They were useless. They couldn't keep a straight beat. So we got rid of them.
So we got the band together, plus the drummer. What about gigs? Who came about then?
Well, generally, like, for example, the Marquee wouldn't let us play. They said we only play rock and roll here, no punk. And of course, as you probably know nowadays, they have it every day. So we set up our own gigs.
I mean, have you done the Marquee since?
No,
Never
would.
do it.
I mean, they don't pay much money anyway, do they?
Well, it's beside the point, right? The thing is, they didn't want us when we needed the gigs, right?
The European tour. Can you tell us a bit about that?
It was best one we've done. We've only done two. We do a lot of one-off gigs over in Europe, but this is only the second tour. And it was really good. It looks like it's really starting to pick up in Europe. Went down well everywhere.
What was the best place on the European
Paris. It always is. Paris is like, we've got a really huge following in Paris.
I mean, a lot of newspapers say there was a lot of trouble over the European tour and different places.
Well, basically because, for example, in Germany, a lot of the promoters pulled out because we had manager problems.
Yeah, a lot of punk bands don't like Top of the Pops. I mean, that's probably only, well, one of the best ways to promote the music.
Well, most it's not just punk bands. Most people don't like Top of the Pops anyway, but they only do it or people only watch it because basically that's all there is, really. There's no alternative, really. And you can't really consider Old Grey Whistle Test and what goes to college has anything to do with that.
I mean, is it because you're not playing live and all you can hear is a little tape recording yourself in the back?
No, it's just sort of...
For starting, refuse to mime, right? And secondly, it's just a rubbishy program. It's an old program, right, with old ideas and old people running it.
And you have to have like a single out to be on it.
Let's talk about your new single. That's Tommy Gun. That's from the album. That's a lot slower than what you usually do. Something like White Riot, for instance. Do you feel as though most punk bands, including yourself, are slowing down a touch now?
It's nothing to do with slowing down.
We probably play Tommy Gun faster on stage than anything else.
But the basic thing is that we're not so stuck in just playing 3 chords all the time. You know, we're sort of not that sort of band.
Having to play fast, right? If you consider you've got to play fast, it means you're stuck in a rut. You know, who wants to be in a rut where you have to play everything really fast? We play everything the speed that we want to play it at. Sometimes it's fast, sometimes it's slow.
I mean, a lot of people, you know, who are interested in music criticise punk bands as useless musicians. I mean,
yeah, because that's probably because they feel threatened or they're frightened, generally, and it frightens them to see the truth coming out.
How good do you think you are musically?
We're getting better. We're still not that hot, but we're getting better.
What was it about Sandy Pearlman, you know,
we just had a CBS. We wanted a producer, right, for the album, because we wanted to get a good sound.
And he hung about with us the most, so he just sort of got the job.
Of the list. CBS gave us a list, and he was top of the list. So we met him.
So we didn't know anybody else to use.
Seemed an all right bloke, so he says, yeah, you can do it. We're really pleased with it.
Now, you've been approached on the Sid Vicious deal, haven't you? Could you tell us a bit about that?
Always Mum come up to us when we were doing a press conference in London and asked us if we'd help him out. And we said, yeah, because some of us sort of know him before he was in the Pistols. So we sort of treat him as a friend, actually.
So what have you actually got to do in aid to?
We fixed up a gig in London.
Just sort of help him with his call costs.
All the proceeds will go straight to him.
Whereabouts in London?
It's not finalised yet, but it'll be a sort of medium-sized place in London.
Will there be any other bands on at the same time?
Oh yeah, probably.
Which are not named yet?
No. A lot of bands would like to do it, I mean.
Can I ask you one question? Do you think Sid Vicious did do what he did?
If we did or not. You know, I don't think that's the point. I think the fact is that...
The fact is he's going to get whatever happened, he's going to get hammered because of what he is. So he needs as much help as he can get.
Well, Topper, Paul, thanks very much for speaking to us. Topper, you've got a little gimmick with you. Could you just give us a blast before we go? Cheers.